John Henry, and we have Alliance's support Nif here with us after that fantastic victory versus Gambit. Tell us a little bit, what was the main idea that you wanted to run with when you had your comp?
So we have four movement speed buffs in our team comp, and pretty much what we want to do is like to catch them and also have a really strong team fight.
Is this a team comp that you guys had practiced or talked about coming into the match, or is it just champions you knew how to play anyway?
No, we haven't practiced that specific setup. We play all the heroes, and then in the champion select we just think about what is the best hero, and then we try to adapt to every match that's upcoming.
So why first pick Nami when we've not seen you on Nami at all? Why today did you pull her out?
I've played her for quite a while already, and I think she's really strong right now. She has not like a real counter, she's always good. And since they banned Trash, we fall back to Nami pretty much.
So that was the first pick that you guys went with, and then your last pick, Froggen was hovering over the Karthus a little bit. We know he loves it. Why go for the Kayle in the end?
I don't know exactly. I think he has to say it, but we trust each other, so he said he wanted Kayle, and it's like still a really good hero even after the changes. And we just went for her.
Well, it definitely worked out for you guys. Helps Froggen gets 4 quick kills in the lane. Talk to me about the practice for Alliance, knowing that Froggen was in Intel Extreme Masters last weekend. Did you guys practice the 4 of you with a different mid laner? Did you focus on solo queue? You know, how was this last week for you guys?
Well, actually I was there as well. I was just watching, so we didn't train as much. We trained 1 day before the Intel Extreme Masters, and then like 2 days after. So actually we haven't trained much. So we had a lot of theoretical thinking, like what is good. We saw what is coming. Like the Kha'Zix is kind of surprising that he didn't get picked actually this game. And then we just did it as usual.
Yeah, and you came in this match and it was very convincing, and one of the very important team fights in the game was around the 25-minute mark, and we actually want to run through it with you.
Yeah, so I want to get your take on the team fight. Let's pull that up onto your screen right now, and at this point you guys have already got a 4,000 gold lead. This is a dragon fight where you start off the dragon, Gambit sort of comes in and you peel away with that mobility. So let's start the replay and talk me through what's happening in your communication and how you play this out.
Okay, so we saw that they are split on 2 sides. So pretty much from our point, we have a lot of movement speed, so we have to decide on which side we go. So it's at one point we see here Jinx is out of position, we're chasing her, and then we all go for the left side. Then we see the Karma, we go for her, and then I try to split them up with the ulti at the back, and then I hit the Yasuo as well, and we focus the Yasuo here. And then pretty much you have to just clean up because they are so split all over the map, and we are really strong team fights. And they try to chase us, but they can't really kill us, any one of us, and then we get like the Drake and the Nash after as well.
Yeah, so it was a really convincing fight. Was this you and Alliance playing it perfectly, or was this Gambit trying a pincer move and failing? Where does the benefit lie?
I think they had no chance in the team fights from the pick. It's like we have so much power in the team fights. They have to split push pretty much us all the time to do something.
Right, a final question, because I think that Nami is so interesting. Walk me a little bit through how you play with Sivir and Nami versus Karma and Jinx in lane, and how your task in the team goes on as the game goes on.
So the laning, we were even thinking about picking like some stronger AD, like Caitlyn or something, so we have a better laning phase, but we actually fall back to Sivir for the team fights. And then we just had to play passive a bit at the early game because they had like so much poke. And then they were early on the lane because they helped at the blue buff, so they had like the creep pressure. And then we just tried to survive and farm as much as we can. And then late on, like she's like really strong, like around 6, when we can just run them down when they're once out of position. And yeah, then pretty much it's better for the team fight actually.
Yeah, well, good stuff from you guys. 5-0 right now. So I'm going to pick your Bane on predictions for the next game. It's Super Hot Crew versus Millennium. Maybe Trevor first. How do you think it's going to go?
I think there's a lot of pressure on Selfie. I think replacing Moops, we have to see how he does on the stage. It's going to be his first big performance. And that unknown factor could catch Millennium off guard as well. These are 2 teams that are both desperate for wins. So we're going to have to see the unknown factor of Selfie or maybe the confidence of Millennium. We'll have to see.
Nif, what do you think?
I think it comes really down to the mid lane, how he performs. I've played a little bit with him in the solo queue and I like duo queue as well. I know him a bit. I think his Kayle is pretty strong, and he has some other really good picks. And it really depends how he's performing offline.
Some other good picks. Don't spill the beans just yet. Thank you very much, Nif. Congratulations for you guys on a 5-winning streak. We're going to take a quick breather, but stay tuned because next up will be the Super Hot Crew face